Wagwan, mates.
Hello.
Oh dear.
Hello. Hello.
Hello, everybody.
Hello,
Hi, mate.
everyone.
You okay, mate?
Yeah, hello everybody.
We are back again.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're
Welcome
back
to
again.
today's
We had a
episode.
heated one today.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's
It's quite dynamic. Very varied. We moved from one
It
to
was
the
2
other.
against 1 today. So
Yeah. We talked about fraud in high
Personality.
places.
yeah, personality issues.
Yeah, personality issues. We talked about black passing and the black experience. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you listen, you give us your feedback, your comment,
Feedback.
and then
Mhm.
enjoy and share with
Joy.
others.
Yeah.
First time I was introduced to Ghanaian cinema, like, oh my god, you are this man.
So yeah, now I mean, like almost since what?
But you're going to offer me the job, but what's holding
When?
you? Exactly.
They just bought the best of the best.
My guy at the top said no.
No, you're made for medicine.
You're made for medicine. But the woman is the crown. Have you ever seen where a crown is chasing after the king? Come and wear me, come and wear me. No, I don't understand people that take loan. That's the one I
Yeah,
don't
people take
understand.
loan for weddings.
You're counting what is it?
They are not spread though. Hey,
The floor is still
the
empty.
floor is still empty.
Who is doing more at that particular instant? The man should get it back, get out.
Hello.
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 How are you guys doing today? We're back again.
Yeah,
Blooms,
that
have
was
you been
good.
up to anything nice?
Yeah, I was. So it's over Easter. I had my family over, my sister,
Good.
my mom, my little nephew,
Yeah.
yeah, and my
This is
in-law. So
family
it was
time.
nice. Yeah,
Yeah.
family time.
That's
It was
great.
lovely.
That's
Yeah.
great. That's
That's
good. Did
good.
you love cooking or did your mom
Yeah.
do the cooking?
Which mom did the cooking? I was I did the cooking, did the cooking. That's one thing
Really?
I don't like about hosting, having to cook.
Yeah, I hate hosting myself. When I moved into my house, we were like my friends were like, a few friends were saying, when will you host? I say, host what, please? It's not. My money has left my pocket. Everybody should pray with me and thank God. See, I just hate hosting. The thought of hosting, oh my God, it will stress me out. It's not the hosting itself. It's just the thought of nothing is enough. Like I'm like, okay, what if they don't like this and what if they
Yeah.
don't like it? I overthink
Yeah.
a lot. So
Yeah.
nah, I would rather not.
Yeah.
But my weekend was nice as well. I went for the park run. Yay!
Yay.
So, yeah.
I did a 5K run, walk, jog, all of them. No, I respect runners, to be honest with you. I respect them. It takes a lot of discipline. Even, do you know, like, it was so motivating seeing people who had, like, I saw a man who had his knee support.
Yeah.
I don't know whether he had an injury. We're just running. You see that he probably is not really doing well in terms of his knees, but he was trying his best.
Yeah.
There's another one who was, you see older people, you just motivated to move when you see like older people doing it. Some people were doing too much sprinting. I'm like, calm down. Calm down. Your own is too much. Calm down. How many laps do you want to do? It's only 2 laps you're supposed to do. Go and come back and go and come back. I'm sure you're on your third one.
Why are you hating? Why are you hating? Why are you hating?
Hey, you see children as well. You see dogs. Like, it was so nice. It was really
Yeah.
nice. My friend is getting into running, so she's been doing a lot of she's done half marathon. She's preparing for another, I don't know what she called it, something marathon too that she will do, I think. So she's been doing that. Apparently on her birthday this year, her friend gifted her with 3 runs.
Oh, no. Okay.
I was like, wait, what? She said because she's been saying she wants to start running
Yeah.
and she's never done it. Her friend decided to register her to run.
That's good.
She said the first one she did, the first 5K she did, her friend drove from Skemmedale, which is in Liverpool, to Burnley, so about 1 hour something, to get here at 5:30. So she motivated her to run. I'm like, your friend is really serious, so your friend is very serious. Yeah, no, but it was
That's good.
interesting. It was quite nice and it was refreshing being in the open, the air. But
Yeah.
the second day, Miss J, the second
Oh, so
day,
two
Your
days.
whole body
I said the
was
pain after.
Oh,
the
okay.
pain.
The first day I was still feeling okay. Maybe, yeah. On the second day, my hips are paining me.
You didn't know you had muscles in all those areas that
I'm telling you. I said I used to feel pain on my thighs and hamstring when I go to the gym and do leg day. I've never felt pain on my hips.
Okay.
Why am I feeling pain on my hips?
Done a 2.5K, half of a 5K before.
What? No, I said I'll not go back again.
But the hips don't lie now, so they are telling you
Which
shook
nonsense
it. You shook
lie?
it.
You should better start lying.
You shook the hips very well whilst you were running. So
and she said something that was so touching. She said that she's always the only black person who is in these runs. Yeah. Because when you go, there's only white people. I said, black people don't run. We don't
No, black people run.
We don't run. We don't come out to do exercise in the morning. Who will leave the house when they want to go and be eating? If you call barbecue, we'll be there. Which one is run? So she wanted to just get a bit off. So when we went there and it was 3 of us, they kept looking out. They would cheer you up. Oh, well done, girls. Good, blah, blah, those kind of things. So she was like, she wanted to just have a bit of, that encouragement with other black people, not just only her that is there. Yeah.
She's correct. Because when I was in Wales, when I was in a running club, I was the only black. I was the only black person.
Can you imagine?
Yeah, the only black person.
No. That's interesting, but I don't know if I'll go back. I might. Let's see how it goes. Yeah, it's nice.
You might change your mind.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll see. Anyway, guys, that's my only good thing that happened for me. Well, not a good thing. The only thing I've done different is anything else.
The celebration of Easter.
No. Yeah, Easter was just there, quiet.
Really go egg hunting. But Easter
egg hunting, no, I went to church. They shared Easter egg in church. I picked one. But yeah, just the usual. Eat, watch. There's nothing different that happened on Easter.
So what's special about these eggs in Easter?
I have no idea. I don't know what the eggs signify. I said I was going to browse it, but I don't know the significance of Easter eggs.
I'm not sure why they go hunting for eggs. Is it that
the Easter bunny will hide the eggs, so you're supposed to go and find them.
Who is the Easter bunny? Who?
Easter bunny.
So
like
they said that eggs are a fundamental Easter symbol representing fertility, new life, and rebirth.
Yeah.
So in Christianity, they specifically symbolize the empty tomb from which Jesus was resurrected, with the hard shell representing the tomb and cracking it symbolizing his resurrection. The tradition also stems from eggs being forbidden during Lent, making them a celebratory, joyful treat on Easter Sunday.
I didn't know that. Eggs forbidden.
I didn't even know eggs were banned during Eid. I didn't know that.
During Lent, I thought they don't eat red meat. I didn't know about.
Yeah, I didn't know about eggs.
Yeah, about eggs.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, we learn every day.
Interesting. I didn't know that. Anyway, so I had the Easter egg for the second time. I don't know. It was nice.
An Easter egg, as per chocolate egg.
Yeah, just a small one. Egg like that.
Okay.
White one. Yeah. From Cadbury.
Yeah.
It's nice. Yeah. Anyway, so a lot has been happening and on people's chasing clout on social media.
Oh yes.
I don't know if people have seen it. A popular lady who is known to stoke controversy. Not even stoke, she doesn't even stoke controversy because that would be giving her a lot of credit.
Please tell us about her. I don't even know who she is.
So there's this lady, I don't know if I should mention her name, Blessing CEO. Apparently she lied.
Who is she? First of all, who is she?
She's a supposed influencer. I don't know who she influences, but apparently if you have a following on social media, you're an influencer and you do stuff people like and people repost the video, whatever. Okay. Anyway, she came out recently to cry with, shaven hair, very, very clean, bald cut that she did to say that she has breast cancer. And she was crying. And that she had stage 4 breast cancer.
Stage 4?
Stage 4 breast cancer. Okay. And people started donating money to her. People gave her money. I think she got about 30 million naira.
Wow.
And obviously, it turned out that she was lying. That
So was it a GoFundMe or what was it?
Donations in Nigeria, people, because she's kind of popular in the sense that she has a good social media following. So many people were donating to her, giving her
30
money to
million.
help.
That's
Yeah.
nice.
So that happened, and everybody was into it. First of all, she came out with normal hair, crying. And then the next time she came out, she was looking very haggard with bald head. And obviously people were saying, oh, this is actually quite serious, and started giving her money and all.
Yeah.
Turned out that she was lying. She doctored someone else's medical report that was real. So it's turned out that the person's medical report she used was a makeup artist that did her makeup a couple of months back, I think last year. And when she told the person last year that she had breast cancer, or the person heard it from somewhere and they were like, oh, this lady had breast cancer in the past. The person contacted her and prayed for her. They had a group call, a conference call with another doctor reassuring her that she just needs to put herself together and know how to manage her life. She prayed for her. So she told that lady, that makeup artist, that please, can you send me your report? That's Blessing now asking the lady, can you send me your report so I can compare what you had when you had your cancer with what my doctor has written for me? So the lady sent her report with good mind, only for her to realize that Blessing had doctored her report and is now using it to circulate everywhere. So knowing that the histopathologists in Nigeria, they're not a lot. So they know themselves. If they've set off a report and the name, you know the person, right? The histopathologist has said, I don't live in Enugu, where the address that was also doctored said is in Enugu. He lives in Asaba. I've never met this person before. The result I signed off is this name, which is the real one. So it's just a whole chaos. Now, the Blessing had come out to grant interview, and there was a doctor on the panel as well on this Arise TV. They said, so how did you get the diagnosis of stage 4 breast cancer? She said, when she had a breast lump in July, they did a biopsy. And when they did the biopsy, they realized that it was not cancerous. The way she wasn't saying the cancerous is pissing me off. I don't know. Cancerous.
So,
That's what she was saying.
so how did she now get stage 4 cancer?
So now, yes, wait now. So, still on that Arise TV, that she was told that it was not cancer. And then she didn't want to remove the lump. She went about doing her normal life, came back in January and told the doctor, I want to now remove it. Doctor said, we'll have to redo the biopsy. And she did the biopsy. And this time around, now say it was cancerous.
Must you?
What is it now?
You know that, stop this thing.
Allow me to sit with.
You know that, must you elaborate on that cancerous?
Cancerous. So, and now that they now say she has stage 4 cancer. So they say, yes, show us the report. So the doctor father said that, how can they do only biopsy and say you have a stage 4 breast cancer? That's not possible.
Yeah.
So that's what the doctor told her, and all of that. Now she's got another interview with somebody. She doubled down there to say that that's what they told her, and she showed them the medical report that was also fake again. And obviously, the doctor was saying that, I know this doctor. I've contacted him and he said he has nothing to do with this. Anyway, she's had another interview now with this guy they call Egungu. He's another influencer. There are a lot of influencers. And she was saying to the guy that, Nigeria raised 13 million for her. It was a miscommunication. When she got the lump, she thought that the doctor said cancer, and she thought it was stage 4 cancer.
She thought, but what is what about the report?
Wait, excuse me. And the Arise interview.
At the Arise interview, she doubled down on the fact that she has stage 4 breast cancer.
Yes. So she
and
now
showed,
that said
and now she's come out, everything has busted. The girl that owns the result has come out to say that this is what happened. This is how this girl got a hold of her reports. And this is a lie. This is actually not fair for people who are true survivors of breast cancer and all of that. So she's now come out to say, that it was a miscommunication when they told her that it was cancer, but now it's no longer cancer. And they've confirmed that it's not cancer. So basically, this lady thrives on lies, right? This is not the first time she's come out to say something. I think the other time it was her claiming somebody's house. on social media, and that was how I even got to know her. And that she built a house, and after everything, it went viral. After everything she's been through, that she's bought a house, that her hard work has paid off, and all that, and she was kneeling down and doing videos from different angles, only for the person that owns house to now come and arrest her. She now was begging. They put that video on social media. This is probably about 5-6 years ago, probably when I just moved to the UK that happened. This same lady, she has a lot of controversy. I don't even want to talk about the fact that the person who she's married to now used to marry another lady who he was maltreating a lot, domestic violence, blah, blah, and he separated, and I don't know what happened, but it was just a lot of mess, right? And then she got into the picture and decided to be with the guy and blah, blah. So I just feel like she tries on a lot of controversy, on chaos, on lies, on fraud. It's just a lot.
Someone that used to maltreat his previous wife. I hope she's okay. I hope he's not maltreating her. Hope she's all.
I'm not supposed to feel sad for her now.
So
It's not about feeling sad. I'm just hoping she's okay.
First of all, I saw a brief video on, I think on a TV program or something where I don't know about this lady. So this was the first time I saw, and I was like, there was a doctor on the panel who was asking her, and she said, well, she was told she had that breast cancer, and said they investigated it. That's what I remember. They investigated and they told her. So the doctor asked her, what? The only part
what
I watched
investigation they did now?
So she said they did the biopsy. So she said, I don't know. They just made a cut. And then the lady said, a biopsy, a cut. That's what I was like,
No, this is
what's going on here? Then she said they made a cut.
No, she said she thinks they put a needle. She thinks they did something to you. You think that they put a needle.
She did. She said She said first of all they put something there, and they made a cut, and then they.
No, the one she had with Arise TV. She said, I think they put a needle. I said, you think.
Because she said they used a certain. She said they used a certain machine, and the lady said they used a certain machine or whatever because. If it's a needle, it is a needle that they use. They don't use a machine. They don't make a cut. That's the only part that I watched on that. She didn't.
That means she has done 2 interviews then.
No, the one I saw. I think I saw it about a couple of days ago. It's about she's saying they made a cut. And then the lady said, if you're talking about a biopsy, they do not cut. They'll either use a needle.
Why are they giving her? They're giving her like prompts to use. The more you tell her, the more she will go and.
The one I watched today, I don't know when they did the interview. They said, how did you do the biopsy? And I said, I think they used the needle. They used something and I had the needle. They now put it in my nipple.
Is that the one with the guy or the one with
the guy?
Then she has gotten information from the TV where the doctor said they do not use a machine.
No. When I watched, they have 2 ladies, a guy who probably is her husband or her partner, I don't know who he is, and her. They were there. And she said, I think they put a needle close to my nipple and they took like some substance. That's the way she described it. If they put needle into your breast, you will not be thinking. You don't say, I think. You know that this is what they did to you. You can say, I think they removed some substance. But not, I think. Oh my God.
Because the lady told her, she started with they made a cut. Biopsy, you are not cutting anything.
She has gotten information from this other doctor.
Because she said they made the lady said for core biopsy or fine needle, no cut is made. First of all, they have to do imaging first. You can't go in blindly and see. So she didn't even have imaging or anything. They diagnosed with breast cancer, and then they just said come for biopsy.
They did not do anything.
How can without imaging?
They just looked into the crystal ball.
Stage 4, just like that.
Or they smelled it. They say, this smells like stage 4 cancer.
They use litmus paper. It's litmus.
Yeah.
You put it if it turns pink.
This looks like stage 4 cancer.
Yeah.
It's
for
crazy.
Me, from that, didn't know who she was. I saw people like commenting. This is the first time I'd never heard of her. I don't know her. I don't
know who she is. I saw it on the group. And I saw
what kind of thing would you call this now? Is it attention-seeking syndrome? Is it a psychiatric problem? Is it obviously they said that she and her whoever it is now partner is broke, partner, and they're
Everything
looking
is
for
not
money.
psychiatric problem. It's just a scam. She scam people. to
Then
pay
why
for
is
money.
it that every time she's embroiled in all of these kind of things where she's either saying she bought a house or she did this or she did that, there's always something she's doing. Or the other day she said she was getting married and they wore white. It's just always
I thi-
something with her.
I thought, is she not already married?
I don't know whether they're married.
I think she's just a pathological liar. That's just what I think it is. So
You can't be playing with things like this. It's
no,
it's
see,
unfair.
pathological liars, they just lie. They just lie. It just comes out of them like that. Like it just
Yeah.
comes
So
out.
when you just stay like this about the job doing like this,
That's
just
it.
lie.
it's time to do a new one.
Yes.
Like, what is wrong with her?
Because she can't just be embroiled in controversies up and down. She's just a liar. Because if you are saying she lied that someone's house was a house, and then she's lied to the extent of fabricating a medical report
It's
or
scamming
someone's
now.
report.
It's not like, it's not the same way Yahoo boys lie and get money. It's scam. Scam is scam
It's
is
scam.
scam is scam.
But what I'm
Yeah.
saying is that you're not one random person. You know, I know some people open an account on Twitter and put like horrific images of like maybe a leg ulcer or some breasts, cancer that has maybe fungating breast cancer, and they
Yeah.
want to raise money. And we know at the end of the day people bust them, but there's no like one person behind the image saying or behind the account saying anything. It's just people decide to circulate the images. You're not happy to see that, and you start circulating and retweeting. I can understand that, but not someone who has a platform doing that. Like, are you not afraid that you're putting your face out there? If it turns out to be a lie, you can go to jail.
But when she came out, they come to solicit for funds, or people just started
You know
donating?
how Nigerians are now. You know how we are.
So she didn't ask for
She
funds.
didn't ask for money, but people are like supporting her.
She not going to go to, and if she gets a good lawyer.
That's the thing. It's not like
If
she
she gets a
created
good
a
lawyer.
You're not going to jail for getting money from people. You're going to jail for falsifying medical records.
That I understand.
Because if you put my name on a record, on a file I did not say, I'm seeing your life.
Okay, true.
So that should earn you some time in jail. You should actually serve some time, because this is too much. You go to a house you didn't build and you're saying you built it, and I find you going to jail. Like, what is wrong? I feel like she's not actually gotten any real repercussion for the things she does.
Yeah.
That's the reason why she thinks she can do it.
Because people do that one about going to houses and say, small girl, big God, they'll go and stand near car and say, I bought the car, it's my car, when it's not their own. Or stand near the gate of a house. So people are used to those kind of cloud chasing
But this
in
one
Nigeria.
has gone a bit too far.
Because
Anyways,
it's gone that far to fabricate someone's medical report and put it online.
That's the height of
And
it.
you ask this person for her report, and you've come out. Definitely, it will come out.
Yeah.
Really.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's either you're not just a pathological liar, you have a mental health issue that makes you want to have an attention seeking. Like, spotlight has to always be on me.
Yeah.
And we take this thing for granted because obviously we live in Nigeria and we don't think some people have BPD, borderline personality disorder.
That's not borderline personality disorder.
What is
That's
it?
not borderline
Is it what
personality.
exactly? Can you explain to me what kind of personality disorder this is?
It might be histrionic. It might be histrionic.
Histrionic.
Yeah.
A histrionic personality, would they be lying or they just do
But
anything to
They want
get
anything
attention?
to look for attention.
Anything at all?
Anything to get attention. The attention has to be on them.
This is crazy. So
This is strange.
anyway, aside the fact that, because I know she might be lying, that's one thing, but the fact that you always want to have the attention on you, I think that screams more towards something a bit more serious than just compulsive lying. Yeah, I think it's just a bit different. I think there's still a bit more to that. It's not just straightforward pathological lying. Well, one thing I'm lying. The other thing is I know I'm on a platform, I'm going to trend. So I will do anything to trend. It doesn't even move her. Like, she doesn't even feel bothered. She's smiling, she's laughing, it's funny. Nigeria will forget. And then the next day she's back again, trending again on something else. That's just what it is.
Maybe because she hasn't got any repercussion for what she's done. Maybe if she gets one now, she'll learn a lesson.
I find it really hilarious, to be honest. It just screams attention. I don't know if people know this lady. Obviously, speaking about people who look up attention, Rachel is it Donizal or Dolizal? I don't remember her name. Anyway, basically, she's this lady who claims that she is black. She identifies as black, and she's as white as they come.
Oh,
She has 2 white parents.
okay.
Yeah. She came out first of all saying she was black.
Yeah.
And she called one black man her daddy. Finally, she said it's not her father. Father can come in any figure. It's just somebody she looks up to. I know they explored it and realized that she had like I won't say pretty much, her household was a bit dysfunctional, but in the sense that it was as if she was the one getting the heat. But her parents had her and then adopted 4 black children. Those children were raised without the awareness that they were black. They were trying to make them white, basically. And one of the girls, the only girl in the 4 adopted children, was also molested by the girl's brother, who is also white. So according to her, she said she felt like she was not enough for her parents and all that, and she found identity in caring for her siblings, and she understands their struggle as being black. But somehow she has earned the right to be black because this is how she identifies. She doesn't feel white.
Okay.
So guess what came from from not being being born black to being identified, feeling black, and then to now being identified. Just horrible. But I feel like at some point, obviously, the whole thing was attention, media attention. She was going to TV talking about her experience. Oh, that she feels black. She wants to be this. That people should be allowed to this transracial. Race is just a concept. People should not be tied to. I was like, are you crazy? Are you mad?
Are you mad, fam?
Are you mad or something? Yeah. So obviously now she has gone to change her name
Oh, interesting.
to
Transracial.
Nkechi Amare.
So
She has got
wait.
to change her name now.
She identifies as Nigerian.
She has gone. No, I don't know. She says she's black. Nkechi Amare Diallo. That's not her name. They have changed. Nkechi. And the funny thing is she draws, right? So she drew this whole painting on how she sees herself from the inside, drew the painting. I was like, oh my God, this is so genius. Like she did this, her face where she was wearing like a bead and this big turban, hair tie. She had wrapped her hair and all that. I was like, oh my God, so creative and all that. And at the end of the documentary, now showed that the work was actually copied from another black person who actually did the work.
Hey.
I was like, now she's a sex coach. No, I'm just trying to explain to you that people are just looking for attention. Is a psychological issue. They are just wanting to trend because now the being black is no longer, she's not a sex coach, which is okay. She had lost weight.
It's not a what?
Sex coach. A sex coach. Yeah. So please, you guys. I don't know.
Is that a job?
When there's
When they have life coach, why wouldn't they have sex coach?
When they have sex coach.
You
You even need sex coach more. What do you mean?
You should calm down.
Sex coach even makes more sense than life coach. Honestly.
Eh?
It makes more
You
sense
should
to be
relax
life
now.
coach.
I don't understand, Miss J. When they have life coach, you cannot have
Sex coach.
Yeah.
You people were saying that why should there be life coach the last time?
Coach is even
So now
better.
you people are
It's better than life
you
coach.
people are endorsing a sex coach over
It's
a
better
life
than
coach.
Yeah, because you can give us your experience.
Ha! Which experience?
You can actually come out with your experience.
Yes, you can call your experience and you can teach someone how to do the do.
Validated.
Yeah. But how many lives
Eh?
have you lived that you want to be a life coach?
So that sex coach, how much sex have they had that they have that experience to come and give
Well,
someone?
any amount you have had is enough. To be an authority, you have lived experience. Participating experience. Anyone that you have done is enough. If you've had bad ones, you can talk about it from your bad experience. If you had good ones, talk about it from a good experience. All of them.
You teach people how to have better experiences.
Exactly.
Eh?
Yeah. So
Okay.
that's the one she's doing now, but it just all screams of, trying to get attention.
It reminds
in
me of
any
the
way
other one.
possible.
There's a reverse, a black girl who identifies as white.
as white.
That's the one.
Yeah.
I think I've
You see
seen
that one?
a
I've been
video.
here. I think she has bleached her skin. She has dyed her hair blonde now.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
I think we need to start identifying the deeper cases of, obviously everybody wants to live their truth, but we should also not ignore the fact that, you know, mental health plays into most of these things. And
it's a disgrace.
yeah. Yeah. No, I'm just saying that as much as we try to say, oh, everybody's live your authentic life, whatever that means, but we should also try to know when our inner self is crying for help and we are trying to just project it onto other things, you know, like coming out to say you feel like you're black. You can't feel like you're black. If you're black, you're black. The experience of being black is traumatic. From the first day you are born, the world makes you understand that you are black and you can't do anything about it. You start working your way backward. Like you have to prove yourself every day.
Yeah.
It's
You
a
have to
humiliation
justify-
ritual. So you don't feel black.
exactly.
You are black. So anybody coming to say any nonsense, I feel like.
But the thing is that you only feel that way if you leave the shores of your country, or a black nation. I didn't have to prove I was black.
No, what I'm saying is that
in Africa,
among your race,
yeah,
even, I mean, you still feel the lot of things you feel as a black person, even living among black people.
I didn't know.
Colorism is one of them.
I didn't know. I remember growing up, I never felt that way. I never felt black. And my very first time having that experience was primary school, I think. When I was, how old was I? I think 10, 11. And we happened to travel. And the air hostess
Where did you travel to?
went to France. Okay.
Right.
So the air hostess then, that was my first experience with racial. I didn't understand it then. So I was still young and I'd seen another child, you know, grab her attention by just touching her or something. So as she passed by me, I then touched her because I was trying to get her attention. And then she looked at me like, please, next time don't touch me. Use the button. And I was sitting close to my father. My father laughed at me.
Gosh.
I was sitting close to my dad then. My dad laughed at me and said, next time don't touch her. Don't know why will you guys touch her.
Touch
The
her.
other children were touching her and she smiled at them and you know, gave them what they wanted. I did it because I saw it. This is what I saw. I copied it. I said, no, don't do that. I said, okay. Oh. My man, like, what made me different? Why am I different from this? Because back then, I didn't really I didn't understand the concept of race because I had never had to deal with, you know, race growing up. And again, I think another one was the children then. They too, they didn't understand the concept of race at all. So thinking about it now is funny. They met it, they're like, do you not shower? I'm like, what do you mean? Blah, blah, blah. Douche in French. Do you not shower? Like, no, we shower. I said, why is your skin dirty? Yeah. I'm like, no. And they came to rub to see if it was really dirty. Yeah. And I know it was childish curiosity. They had never seen, like, you know. And I know, this is the color of my skin. I shower. So it was then that was the first introduction into that.
That kind of.
So having to prove that you were black, it was not a thing until you leave the shore.
I mean, when you talk about it that way, you also forget a lot of things that we had to change to accommodate colonialism. For example, being told to cut your hair because your hair does not look presentable. It's not tamed.
When was that? When did you get that lesson?
Many of us, no, now listen, it's just something you know that is either they're telling you to relax your hair or your hair should be cut. Your hair just look through even your parents say your hair is too bushy. Are you going to make it? Are you going to cut it? What are you doing? Like, there's always something about the way we appeared, how we needed to look presentable as Black people. So
Yeah.
it's not just about the fact that in your country it was normal. It might sound normal, but that is not normal, because most of us didn't have a healthy relationship with our hair because of the way our hair in the natural state was frowned upon. So being Black, even in places where you're not meant to feel that way, everybody has been conditioned to think this is the norm.
For example, in Ghana, even till date, from the time I was born till date, if you attend a government school all the way to senior secondary school, as a female, you can never have your hair braided. Your hair must always be in a low cut. Even till now, as I'm talking now, if you see any video of Ghanaian secondary school girls, everyone is in low cut. Your hair cannot be bushy. I remember vividly.
But it was more about neatness, keeping it neat in the palm.
Why can't you braid it?
No.
Why can't you braid it?
Why is it not associated with neatness? The
Why?
hair that grows out of your scalp needs to be a certain way. No, Dumago is not. It's coming from somewhere.
Wait.
It's not. Go and read about it. It's coming from somewhere. It's coming.
You have to be on local if you could not braid your hair cornrows neatly.
In this case, you are not in Ghana. You can't braid your hair as a female.
Tell me what's your flavor. Hey. This is Loud Mamas, where the group chat comes alive.
We are 3 doctors with loud opinions, soft hearts, and way too many stories to share.
From friendships, life lessons to hot takes and a little chaos, nothing is off limits. So grab your tea, get comfy, and let's murmur loudly.
You cannot even braid the hair. It has to be cut. It doesn't matter. However, for the people coming from the West, white girls who are in secondary schools in Ghana, government secondary schools in Ghana, they are allowed to braid their hair. Why are they not allowed to cut their hair just like the Black Ghanaian girl child in secondary school? I remember vividly, I was in secondary school. You know, when you are in secondary school, year 3, when you're about to finish, we all could not wait to start making our hair. We've never had that. I never had my hair done from primary school to secondary school. So, you know, when you're about, I think about 6 months to when we finish school, a lot of people start to keep their hair. And then when you go to bed, you scalp the hair so that the hair will become flat. Because if you come out and I remember 3 weeks to write exam to finish secondary school. I remember one day I was coming to the classroom and my classroom was the last on the block. So I've come upstairs, I'm on the corridor. There are 3 classrooms there. There was one classroom that had a teacher in that class. And you know, when your hair has grown so much and you scalp it, the back looks like you've either made like a ponytail because the hair is so bushy. The front looks flat. But when you look at it from the back where the scarf has been tied, as I walked towards my classroom, the teacher in that class, I can never forget that day. The teacher in that class asked one of the students in that class to come and call me back to that class. Do you know what that teacher did? Right in front of the students in that class, she put her scissors in my hair.
That's normal. I saw that a lot in secondary school.
She put her scissors in my head.
They'll cut your hair.
My hair was not unkempt. This is a hair that, you see, immediately you go home and you have a shower, you put cream and you scalp the hair so much that the hair is like, it's as flat like it's been ironed.
Yes.
So it's not like my hair was all over the place. No. I can never forget it. Why? Because you are Black. And even your own people, this is a female.
Yeah, because it's internalized. It's what you've been passed down. To make you know that this is how you need to dress.
That one is about school regulations.
It's not school regulations. This is not school regulations.
I need you
This is not school. This is not school regulations.
I need you to go and read about why we started cutting our hair. No.
I had to be on local. In my school, I went to government school. No. I went to federal school. And you were allowed to, put cornrows so long as they were neat. Your curls have to be neat. As per, you need to be clean. If you cannot do that, and most times as a junior student, you might not have the time, because most times it was the senior students that could braid the hair, or you go and pay for it. You might not have the time to do that. So most times you will be advised, just cut the hair, because you don't have the time.
I'm trying to explain to you that
as a senior student,
is the hair that is going out of your head, of your scalp,
what?
meant to be
It's not like
It's
a
not artificial,
wig
a
or
hair
your own
that's
hair.
going out of your scalp. Why will
Uh-huh.
it be seen as tardy? As not should be a certain way, should be
This
tamed.
is you. This is how you were
This
born.
is how
This
you're
is
made.
natural.
This is your hair. But somehow we have grown to see that because this is what they were told, this is how slaves were being handled by their masters then, they had to
Even
cut
the
their
white
hair.
girls, they do it here. They don't allow their hair go unruly, especially in some
What?
schools. In some schools, they
How
have
their
to
hair
cut
grow?
their hair without
How-
unruly
how-
hair.
What do you
like,
call unruly hair? What do you call
Nah,
unruly
this is what
hair?
you're saying, unruly hair, because that's the
Oh.
texture of our hair. Our hair grows the
No.
way it grows.
It's just like in the corporate world now. They see a lady. Why should you go to work and you can't have an afro? And then you are being seen as this is
Okay.
not for the
I don't
corporate
understand
setup.
why. Yes,
That
the
it
Afro
stems from
one is
all. It
that
stems
rates
from
and
then.
It's different.
It stems
Yes.
from way
It's
back.
different.
It's
That's
not
what I'm trying to
different.
explain to you.
It's not different. It
That's
stems
what I'm
from
trying to
way
explain to
back.
you.
We've been made to
Yes.
feel like our natural hair growing out of our head is just not
It's just not pleasant.
acceptable or not
Yes.
presentable.
And that is what fueled people's relationship with their hair.
See, as black women,
Yeah.
all we are doing is buying wigs and flat ironing wigs and all that.
And what have they
No.
come to tell us now? That most of these artificial hair, synthetic weaves and all that, they have endocrine disruptors and they are actually responsible for increased risk of breast cancers, reproductive cancers in black women.
Which
I
is
don't
Both the
well,
relaxers,
I've
both
always loved
FIFA
my hair.
relaxers.
My hair.
Especially because we are the ones who were texturizing our hair to make it more manageable. And that's the reason why you take down your hair and they're like, okay, so what are you going to do with the hair? Oh, why is your hair like this? I'm like, but that's the hair I have. Most people don't know what to do with their hair. Even when you go to the salons, then person is trying to do your hair, then your braids be like, relax this hair. Relax
Exactly.
it, because they can't handle your hair. Why are you carrying virgin hair? There's a lot
Exactly.
of things that were passed down that we now internalized.
I remember the story behind me doing dreadlocks. I was like, I go to the salon and you go and you relax your hair. First of all, the relaxer will cause you, what do you call it?
Burn
And then
your
when you
scalp.
finish, what killed me the most, that hair dryer that I go under, that it feels like there's fire. I just could not. I told myself, no. I would rather see, when you are combing afro hair, it's still painful. I would prefer that than go under the hair dryer. Then always I'll finish and my scalp is so painful. I can't even think. I can't concentrate. And that was the reason. I went natural hair for so long. I think when I was in medical school, most part of medical school, maybe 4 years of medical school, I was in natural hair. I'll braid my natural. You know how when you braid natural hair, sometimes you even get the hair coming. I did not care. I braided my natural hair. When I finished medical school, I went back home. I was still now doing normal cornrows, using my natural hair to style and all those things. Then one day I told myself, I'm even tired of them styling that because my scalp cannot. I just decided to just go and lock my hair. And that's the best decision that I've made. If I wake up today, I don't want to do anything to my hair. I'll just leave it on my body. If I want to wrap it on top of my head, I'll wrap it. If I want to do whatever, I will do it. Whatever style I want. And I don't care if someone sees my hair as unkempt. It's not for the corporate world. That's your business, really. It's my hair. It's coming out of my scalp. But as a child, we've been made to feel like our hair is inferior to the silky. When you watch TVs, you watch all these. When did they start making cartoons where you have kids we having afro hair? It's just recently that a few people have come together to do these cartoons where children will see and they would appreciate their hair. By the time you were young, you watch cartoons and all you see is, oh, Barbie has curly hair. Then you're upset at why is my hair like this? So it's not like your parents are telling your hair is not good, but the things that you see from cartoons to the beauty concept that they make as a woman, a beautiful woman should have this kind of silky, well-pressed hair and all that. It's only recently.
And people suffer with that silk press, so because when it started, that hot comb, very, 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 very harsh something that they when they finish with your hair like this.
Exactly. So I really appreciated that now they have a lot of these cartoons and animations and things like that a lot of kids now identify as black kids. They identify it as this is how we look. This is how many we do and all those. But there was no black girl or no. You saw people with blonde hair or whatever, red hair and stuff like that. But for us, it was like, this is beauty. So at that time, people were looking to buy weaves, and at that time, it was even synthetic wigs was what was vogue at the time.
Yeah.
Synthetic wigs and things like
Then
that. Sometimes
human
some
hair.
of them be as hard as sponge, worse than
I'm
your own
telling
hair,
you.
but people will still be wearing it.
I'm not arguing with you, but I'm saying in the school environment, even here in their school environment, they are not allowed to have unruly hair. Their hair
What
has
do you
to be
mean by
neatly
unruly? That's
packed.
what I'm trying to explain to you. What is
Hair,
unruly?
neat in school. You're allowed your hair to look
UK.
nice. Yes.
In the UK, kids will
yes.
go to school and they have what do you call? Okay, they have blonde hair or silky, and then their hair is unkempt, and then the school tell them that you have to cut your hair before you come to school because your hair is unkempt.
Cutting that one. Not the cut one.
Exactly. So you know, if they can't manage their hair, they'll still come to school with that. I'm telling you that in Ghana, even till now, as I'm talking to you now, if you are a female, we are in what, 2026, yeah? I finished secondary school 24 years ago. Until now, till date,
it's still
girls are still supposed to have that same. You can't braid cornrow. Braid what? And that was the reason why I told you that in my time, because we can't braid our hair, although my hair was full, I cannot braid it. So I have to use scarf to make it look like pancake.
Yeah.
Because you cannot braid your hair.
I remember when my dad came out of university then, even while he was in uni, this is back as in 1970s, I believe. He had Afro. Most of them had a big Afro.
Yeah.
And then by the time he started entering the corporate world, obviously all of these places have been, colonized, and then they're transitioning back to black ownership and all of that. You have to be a certain way. You have to wear ties. You have to wear jacket, even in a stupid hot weather.
Yeah.
That our weather does not permit it, but you have to look presentable.
A certain way.
They had to cut the hair,
yes.
and then because of that, they also internalize that keeping your hair is unruly. So they pass that down to the children. You need to cut your hair. I remember my brother wanted to grow Afro.
But it's recently that the workspace has started becoming very permissive of some things.
No, what I'm trying to explain to you is that it was something that was passed down. We have had to rebel.
Exactly.
To say, this is my hair. Hey. I'm going to carry my hair that way. Even in Nigeria, you go to church sometimes with dreadlock as a man. They're looking at you somehow.
And then
if they say it's evil.
You have beards. They're looking at you somehow. You need to be clean shaven because these are the things that were passed down to slaves. Slave masters will shave you.
Yes, but in the corporate communities, recently that some things have become permissive.
Why is it recent?
Even back then, in my father's time, the white men had to trim their hair and have their beards.
How many of them trimmed?
They did.
Wait.
Did.
How many of them? I don't like to argue when I know that I can look for this and read it to you.
In the corporate world, in their corporate world, I remember them, the white men had to look clean.
What I'm trying to explain to you is the concept of associating the black hair as being untamed, unclean, unruly. That the only way it looks okay is for someone to cut their hair.
Or press
and
it.
That's what I'm trying
because my father kept Afro and it was nice. It was full Afro.
My father kept
and
Afro.
Then they used to keep the Afro. It would be nice, well shaved, and then well cut and well leveled.
Yes.
That was how they used to carry their hair.
Yes.
And people were able to carry that hair until they say you have to cut it to enter into offices, right? And they started cutting their hair. And this is what was passed down. And that does not make it okay. It doesn't make it okay.
It doesn't make it okay, but it was not strictly a black thing. Because in the corporate
world... It's a black thing. How many people cut their hair?
Allow me to finish.
What type of hair is Afro?
No. I'm not talking about Afro. I mean cutting hair. In the corporate world, it's now that it's been permitted. Back then, in the corporate world, you will not see a white guy with his long hair. He will not be allowed to walk.
Whoever told you to cut your hair? I've never heard that.
White guys,
never, unless you have a specific job role.
Hair. White guys with long hair were looked at. Maybe they are homeless or they are druggists or they are artists.
No, that's not true. Do me. That's not true.
Go and check it.
What I'm saying is that if you had your hair,
yes, if
nobody would tell you to cut your hair.
Unless they were not CEOs. They were not working in the corporate world. They were always looked down on if they had their long hair, that they were either miscreants or the drug or they were hippies. Yes, that was the word for them. That they were hippies. They were not, go-getters, the working men. They mostly then they were considered hippies. So you see them with their long hair. It was mostly hippies that they called them. So in as much as, yes, the slaves were shaving off their head, it was not just a black man thing for your hair to be trimmed in the corporate world. It's recently.
You're talking about corporate world. I'm talking about what has been passed down to us.
No,
So there's a difference between your
You're
hair
talking about your father.
being
You're talking
seen
about
as
office.
an abomination
You're talking about
and
office.
your hair being seen as, okay, why don't you just trim it down a little bit? Even when you carry your hair, say, is this how you're going to leave your hair?
You're talking about office world. I'm just trying to say, in the corporate world, it was not just, yes, white guys had to, look clean, trim their hair, keep it nice. I'm not saying they had to be on buzz cut, but you know how they style their hair and keep it clean. It was part of this thing in the corporate world. You could
and
not
we
come
were
out.
meant to do was shave our head.
We were not meant to. Was your father on Moro?
My father was not an Afro.
He was not.
He
But
was not an Afro.
Moro
He
either.
had to cut his head.
But he was
at some
not
point,
Moro
of course, at some
either.
point you lose all the head and cut down.
But it was not
when you start
either
getting
now.
No, it was very low. Like almost you can't even pick out the hair. It's really very low. So what I'm trying to explain to you is that obviously we arrived there from saying the experience of being black is not just I feel black. You are reminded every day that you're black.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that you don't really get that feeling unless you leave, because I can remember we had a discussion about somebody. What was she say? I did not realize I was black until I came to US. Yeah. So when you're in the shores of your country, you're kind of protected. When you're in a black dominant area, you are kind of protected. You would not get that feeling, oh, I'm black, I'm different. Blah, blah. No, it's protective. It's until you step out of it that you're hit with it. Like,
it's not you're hit with it in the form of racism.
Yeah,
but in the way you live your life, you would understand that there are things that were not okay.
Exactly.
You start reflecting, like what Ms. J has said now, what she went through, not even by somebody, but because someone has passed this down to a system where it becomes a norm and nobody understands why is it being done. Why do we have to do this? Why do we have to wear suits in a hot office? Why is it supposed to be presentable for me to wear shirts? Like the fact that I have to wear a shirt and a trouser makes me look more presentable than wearing an Ankara, which we used to wear, mind you, many years ago, in the colonial era or whatever, or even just after that. People used to wear Ankara to work. That was normal. But then it went to a phase where you couldn't wear that. You have to wear tie. You go to the court, you are wearing suits. They had their big gown, and you are hot. There's no lights. All of these things are passed down from colonialism.
And then why can't we use our own natural Afro hair, but they wear old white wigs?
You have to wear
like blonde wig.
Those ones were
passed.
There
are a lot of things that were passed down that made you to feel like this is being done because you don't look normal. People even bash you for using your hands to eat because, you have to use fork and knife a certain way. All of these things are also passed down. Now they say it's elite, but at the end of the day, it's not being elite. It's what we have been passed by. Colonialism is all effect of that. That's not our tradition. That's not how we were as a people. And there's nothing wrong with the way we were.
In talking
that
about
sense.
How we eat, in talking about that, there was a post, someone who cooks, one of these Ghanaian, she posted it online. She's cooked this sumptuous meal, and as Africans, sometimes we have communal eating where you get 3-4 people all eating from the same bowl.
Yeah.
So I saw that she's made some sort of and the comments that came from people were sort of finding it so offensive,
disgusting
that they are eating together from one pot, like
which is normal.
Yes, which is
normal.
Well, but it's not.
You see that it's normal, but to other people, they don't find it as normal.
Potato. It's them. They don't find. Maybe they are not used to it. It's not what they are used to. But we are used to eating from one pot. Everybody.
And then someone else's comment was, "I see how they are mixing saliva."
It's based on your lived experience. Maybe it's not something they are used to.
My question was, is it your saliva? First of all, someone is eating like it's our culture, but
it's seen as not refined.
Not refined. Because and what's refined? Eating with a fork. Why should I be eating rice with a fork that has spaces
the
inside
struggle
it?
to learn how to eat with fork and knife.
Fork and knife. Rice that comes in grains. We are learning to use a fork that has spaces in between it to pick.
Eat it, yeah.
To eat that. When we can put our fingers together, that is even better than the fork to grab rice.
To grab the rice.
So that's the thing. They made a lot of things to make us feel so inferior, to make us feel that whatever is coming from us, being black, is inferior. Or being
that's
African.
What I'm saying. You wouldn't know that it's different until you leave. That's what I'm saying. You're protected. You wouldn't know that it's different until you leave it.
There are a lot of things I would say. As a person, I felt that it was unfair for us to cut our hair while we're in secondary school. I didn't like to make my hair. That's not a problem. But for people who wanted to, I didn't understand why they couldn't make their hair. Why was it such a big deal?
Okay, in my secondary school, we were allowed. So allowed.
All of you were supposed to be in low cut.
No. Yeah, we're all meant to be on. We were on low cut throughout to SS3.
Okay, us, no. Yeah, we were not.
And even at that, you had to make sure your hair is low, because if they find out your hair, they will put scissors in it. That was the normal thing. And I remember when my brother wanted to grow out Afro, it was such a big deal in my house. My dad was like, why won't you cut your hair? Your hair is looking unruly and all of that. But at some point, like, I came to the understanding that this is his hair, though. This is the hair growing out of his head. Like, he can decide to keep it, and that's fine. He didn't commit any crime. But then you also be profiled with that hair that way. Anyway, that's a different topic.
In my school, it was, if you manage to keep your hair clean, neat, go ahead. If you can't, cut your hair. It was not.
And the reason why most people cannot manage their hair is because they were never taught. The most important thing is that once your hair starts growing, some people put relax on it because, let it be more manageable. Because you don't even know how to manage your hair. You don't know how to. You've never even embraced your hair to the point where you can know what works for your hair. Whenever I had my hair, even though it was retouched, people would think I had my natural hair. And at some point, many people would say, I like the way you style your hair, because I grew up seeing my mom style her hair. You know, she had such a real relation with her hair. Even though she retouched it, she styled her hair. So all I knew was how to style my hair. Do it this way one day, do it the other way the other day. Also, my sisters all know how to style, except one of my sisters style their hair. It's what you learn.
This conversation is very interesting because we think that it is strictly a black thing. I was having this conversation with my young person who's a white girl. Yeah. All white girls naturally do not have long, textured, silky hair. You have to go to the salon to get that look. Yeah. You have to go to, that's not how their hair grows from the root of your head. You have to go to the salon to get that textures, lovely look you see on advert or movies. That's not the way their hair grows out of their scalp. It has the,
but it's not like our hair.
No, it's not, of course.
The hair might have frizz, but it's never like our hair.
Frizz, coily as well. They also have coils like 3C. They also have the ones that have coily hair as well. And they were also talking that they too do not really have good relationship with your hair, because they see the shampoo adverts, they see the things on the salon, and they also want that flat lying, beautiful hair, waterfall kind of like hair. But that's not the way it comes out from their head.
Well, I'm not talking about white people. I don't bloody care about their hair. I'm talking about black people and our hair.
They also have that struggle as well.
I don't care about their hair. I don't care. What I care about is nobody was oppressed into not loving their hair. We were oppressed into not loving our hair. So that's the conversation that should be had. I don't care about people that they just decide your hair does not. Who cares? If my hair was growing out this way and nobody made a big deal about it, I wouldn't be here talking about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the thing. I mean, it passes through to a lot of other things. Even the way people are preferred. If you're fairer in Nigeria, or I don't know about in Ghana, you're seen as more beautiful than if you're darker. I don't know how you did not experience this. It's something I saw every time. People had to bleach their skin to look, because fairness was seen as, beauty.
Yes.
So all of these things are lived experience, and you even get more favors.
As a fair person, true.
As a fair person. So even people that are biracial and all of that, are white person or black person, whatever, all of this is as things you grew up seeing.
You grew up seeing it, but it was not, I don't know how.
What you can say is that you did not experience racism But the effect of being black, you will notice it. You will feel it.
No, she can't experience racism amongst her own race.
No,
so
that's what I'm trying to explain to you. When you say, I did not know, I did not feel all of these experiences, you can say that. You can talk about racism.
Well.
Yes, you can. You probably would say, oh, I didn't feel, or I wasn't outwardly made to feel that way, even though I saw all of these things. But nobody took it upon themselves to make me feel like
that way.
there's something
you
wrong.
saw racism.
Yeah, so what you would say is racism. You didn't experience racism until you left, like the person who went to US. I didn't experience racism until I went
It's
to
not only
US.
just racism, but that is it. Now that's being black. That is the race now.
That's
I didn't experience like there was something wrong with me being black until I left Africa. As great, I never in my mind.
Well,
I never
for me,
thought there was something wrong
I
with
experienced
me.
that with, first of all, with my hair.
I think you did not really put it as anything. Exactly. You probably will not register.
I was born with that hair. I don't have control over how my hair grows out of my head.
Yeah, but it wasn't just, it was everybody.
I'm talking about my experience. I don't care about the next person.
It was everybody in your school that had to do
Do
it.
you know what you're trying to explain? No, Dumago, what the difference in this matter is that while you were in Nigeria, there was not a white person there to make you feel like, if there's a white person telling me to cut my hair as a black person, I would have been feeling worse than a black person telling me to cut my hair. Then I would have said, oh, it's just the rule. But a white person telling me to do that, I'd be like, why don't you cut your hair? Why do I have to cut my hair? Maybe our forefathers felt that way. But now they've passed it down to other people who now, the people that are doing it are your own people. So you feel like it's just a rule. You rationalize it, you make it make sense. But now, because you're on this side and the person that is doing that to you, making you feel a certain way, is not your skin, it's not the same color of your skin. Now you start to feel somehow. Now you can understand why is this happening. Now it becomes clearer that the reason why this person is doing this to me is because I'm not the same color with them. But if you were in Nigeria, you would not think that. You would think, oh, it's just the rule. You just, oh,
but
it's just
it
normal.
was the rule.
But what I'm trying to say, that doesn't make it okay.
I'm not saying
that's what we're
it's
trying to
okay.
explain.
No, I'm not.
That
arguing.
it doesn't
That's
make
not
it
the point
okay
I'm
because
arguing.
we are doing it and it was the rule. It doesn't make it okay.
That's not what
But
I'm
now it
arguing.
becomes more obvious
That's
to
not
you
what I'm
because
arguing.
the
I'm
person
not
doing it
arguing-
to you.
I'm not arguing about is being okay or not. Maybe I'm not explaining myself well. Because of it was generalized. Yeah, it didn't make you.
But it still doesn't negate the fact that that's what is
what I'm saying.
happening.
It's
The
still a
fact that it's
systemic
generalized. We are not
experience.
talking about even individual.
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter. The fact that it's generalized doesn't mean that people are not experiencing it. It's happening. That's all
The
that we
fact
are talking
it happened in your
about.
country and the person who was making the rule was the same color of skin as you. It's fine. That's an experience. That's what I'm trying to say to you. It's an experience someone had. And it might be the first thing that makes someone feel like there's something wrong with my hair. My hair is not light. My hair is not an epitome of beauty. And I start cultivating that. Yeah.
For some people, you never see them on their own natural
You don't
hair.
see their hair because
You
they
can
don't
never
ascribe
see
beauty
their
to
own natural
They
hair.
can never. So that's a life-changing experience.
Haven't you seen people who are wearing wigs that the wig has fallen off their head and maybe they braided under their scalp? They feel like the world has come to an end because, why am I hiding the hair that is under my scalp and the wig has fallen off? What is wrong with the wig?
The whole point of this is to try to explain to you that the black experience starts from even your own country. It's not until you leave. The only difference is that you don't really pay attention to it because to you it's like, oh, like it's normal. Everybody is doing it. But when you start thinking about it, you understand where it's passed down from. And you be like, oh, that was not normal. We should stop this. We should allow people do whatever they want to do with their hair. When it actually starts going on you more is when you now come here. Imagine if it was here that somebody told you and wrote a letter to you and told you your child's hair looks untidy or unruly. But you know that your child is only keeping Afro. And the whole of the people there, they're not cutting their hair. They say, I think you should cut your child's hair because the child's hair looks unruly. You will feel a type of way. But if it was in Nigeria, you say, oh, everybody's doing it now. Let all of us. What would be the difference between you and them?
But you know, there's a difference between, let me be a devil's advocate now.
Don't do that. Don't do that devil's advocating. Don't do it. Don't do it. If it's going to... Don't do it. I'm not ever going to. I'm never never going to devil advocate or whatever explain
Do
black
me.
experience.
Do me.
Never.
Our black experience is such that the fact that you did not experience it or you did not notice it, or you might have experienced it, but you didn't see it as anything. You thought it was
Anything.
normal.
Yeah.
But it doesn't negate the fact that this is what people's experiences have been and it's still happening. Like I'm telling you, why should, in this day and age, girls should have low cut hair in secondary school? Because what? They say, oh, because they wouldn't concentrate when they braided their hair. What kind of...
I don't know what frivolous rules those are.
Exactly.
My-
So it's still happening. You said you in your school, if you could braid it and keep it neat.
Yeah.
But that's how your hair is growing. You don't have control about how... Do you have control about how your armpit hair grows? You don't have control about how it grows.
You don't have control about how it grows, but you have control about the way it looks.
Then that means that we are trying to tell God that God doesn't know how. No,
Like now you
no.
put
That means that we are
your
telling
hair
God
on
that
locks,
God did not know how he
your
was.
hair on cornrows.
No.
And I was trying to play devil's advocate. That
No,
the
you
hair
cannot.
that
No,
you're
you cannot
comparing
play
with
devil's advocate
not
with this.
even-
No, no, no. You cannot play devil's advocate with our experiences or other people's experiences. That means you are trying to tell God did not know what he was doing when he was creating us. He created us for hair to grow out of. Like some people have curly hair at the bottom, some people have like very light. Like even with our own hair, we have different textures of hair.
Different textures.
How the hair is growing out of the scalp. You can have afro now. If the wind blows, before you know it, one side has gone down, the other side. Someone will call it unruly. When you were coming to school, the hair was not unruly. You had combed it. The wind has changed the shape of your hair. Someone will see you and say you are unruly. You don't have control over how your hair behaves. Really? You don't have
finish
control over
sticking your
it.
hair with gel. By the time you run around, the hair starts standing up. How is it my fault?
Why
it
do
my
we even have
fault?
to use
Why do we
gel
even
to
have
hold
to
our
do
hair?
that? Why do we have to do baby
not the
hair
only
and
ones
bring it
that
out
do
to reach here? You do baby hair. You don't have baby hair. You do it and it will reach
It's not
here.
the only
exactly.
black girls who do that. It's not. I hate that baby hair thing, but we're not the only ones that do it.
No, you see, like let me now come back to this baby hair. You see how our hair is. Where is the baby hair in our kinky kind of hair? But because we see the white people, their hair flat, and then they have all those, what do you call it? So, oh, this is the beauty standard. So you see people with bushy, even people now with locks, they'll be doing
Koa's hair.
edge with gel. If you see me with gel and baby hair in front of my head, just know that I'm not well.
Campaigns
See.
for shampoos and relaxers
See.
and everything. Even the white people, their hair doesn't naturally grow like that.
See, I'm just saying that if you people see me in future and I've
Yeah.
styled my hair and
And
you
do
see
baby
any baby hair, just know that I'm not well up here. that I am not okay. You people should go and say there's something going on. Because I don't understand what standard. Why should you have your hair? My hair will never lie low. It's always standing. When the hair grows, it's always there.
Yeah.
Why should I put gel to make it look like am I a baby? Ha!
Maybe.
Then I'm a baby with sharp teeth because at this my age, I'm doing baby hair for the hair to look. Why? Why? That's a beauty standard.
I
We've
don't
been
know.
brainwashed.
Someone
We've
saw
been
it and
brainwashed
someone liked
so
it.
much to think that our hair is not good enough.
Yeah.
And so because of that,
And you don't get that from when you were living here. You get it from Nigeria. Where
and
you were
that
living,
is why
wherever your country is.
hair business is booming now. People are spending millions of their hard-earned money instead of them to use it to eat and take care of themselves. They'll rather look.
Went to buy a buzz down wig.
But it's
Exactly.
not just us. That's the thing. It's not just us.
But the hair, if it's not just us, I know some of them also use wigs to sort of make the hair full. They clip it in their hair, but the black people use more wigs than they do.
I'm very sure of that.
I like to run the statistics on that
I'm very, very sure of that.
because I've seen white
Anyway.
people who wear wigs.
We have to wrap up now because
Anyway,
They
with
do it
the
as well.
devil's
It's not just
advocate
us.
and the non-devil's advocate.
It's not
I
just
want to
us.
devil's advocate
I've had
black
no, because I've
experience.
had
Please.
I've had this discussion with my
Please.
colleagues and everything. Their hair, if you see, it's frizzy.
It's good for
never
them.
Sneaky. It's
But
never,
not it's
they
good
have
for
to
them, but
pack it
nobody
and
make
make it
them.
look
There's a
neat
difference
and-
in your okay, this is how my hair grows, and you being told the way your hair is not okay. That's
Yeah.
the difference. That's it.
Yeah.
Even you being told that your hair is like a mop. People
yeah,
have been told that.
like a sponge.
a mop. People have been told that it's not something that you can't just say, oh, I feel like, or whatever. You leave it, and it changes the course of some people's life.
And you go to work, and then you find your can I you're just going to put hand in your head just to touch your head to see how the sponge feels like. Are you kidding me? It's just,
and that's why nobody's gonna touch your hair because everybody has the same texture of hair. Yeah, you see the subtle difference. It's when you come here that you realize, okay, there's something wrong with my hair. It's different because why the hell are you touching my hair? Like, but back home, nobody's why am I touching
well,
hair?
back home, they'll tell you why I used to carry your virgin hair. They will ask you that. The salon person will say, I cannot make this hair. I cannot make this hair.
You gotta learn. My hair was virgin. You gotta learn, and I went to salon. You gotta learn.
They'll tell you, retouch this hair. Your hair is hard. Your head will be paining you. They'll be pushing you and
your hair is breaking my comb. Your hair is breaking my
comb. Yes. Anyway, let's wrap up. We've had an interesting discussion.
Yeah.
I hope it's been a heated one coming from fraud to black passing and white passing, and it's been a good one.
Yeah.
We've gone justice to it. Anyway, guys, have a lovely listening. Share.
Yep. Enjoy.
Comments and catch you in the next episode.
Ta-da!
Bye. If you're loving this podcast, be sure to click follow on your favorite listening platform. While you're there, give us a review and a 5-star rating, and share an episode you loved with a friend. Loud Mamas is presented by your hosts, Drs. Imelda, Jesse, and Dumogo. Our producer is Chidera of CBO Creative Planet. If you have any questions, please send us a DM on Instagram at loudmamaspod, or send an email to loudmamaspod@gmail.com. Loud Mamas.